could say that.
I am gonna speak.
You got 22 minutes.
I
Second.
No.
Second, so.
I'm gonna say something briefly. That we are blessed to live in this community. I look around and I see these guys here that fell for age, are a lot younger than I am. And I look out the window at 72 here, I look at the interchange, and I can remember when this road wasn't even here. In the last 20, 25 years, Loudon has grown tremendously. And all we hear is we're not growing, and we are. We're growing by leaps and bounds. We're blessed to have some of the best services that a community can have. We have people moving here from all over the country, and they love living here. There's great folks that have moved to this community because of what we offer to them. And we're proud of it. I'm not standing here just for me. I'm standing here for all these guys. This manager, I'm standing here for everyone. We're doing the right thing. As you said last week, Mayor, or Council workshop, it's $20 to $40 million worth of projects going on right now. That's big. That's big for our town. I remember when we got Hardee's, and we were celebrating. We were jumping over that. And now I can't wait to get the next restaurant that's here, and I guess you can tell that. But I'm trying not to be emotional, but we live in the best place on earth. We really do. And we're blessed, and it takes all of us to make it even better. So let's continue to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we do sincerely thank you and Jeff for your 22 years. That's a big accomplishment to be dedicated that many years to your employer. Next item on the agenda is to adopt the agenda. Everybody have a copy of that. Is there any changes, any altercations, deletions, additions?
Make a motion, we adopt the agenda as is.
Okay, thank you. Second, by Councilman Brewster. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, the next item is approval of the minutes. I did speak to Attorney Fry. He said he read over the minutes and they appeared accurate. So I'll ask for a motion to
So moved.
have a motion to approve and a second by Councilmember James. Any questions about the minutes? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next item is fuel bids. So you can see that the low bid for the purchase of fuel on February 25th, 2021 was received from TriStar Energy LLC for the projected amount of $15,734 unleaded gasoline, $1.97 and low sulfur undyed diesel, $1.95.
Make a motion.
We have a motion to approve the fuel bid by TriStar Energy and second by Councilmember James. Any questions?
All I can tell you is you got it dirt cheap. Working at a gas station.
thought the same thing when I saw it.
You got it cheap.
I'll take some of that.
You
Yeah,
gotta have it low.
that
Send
sounds
me
like,
about 1,000 gallons though.
that sounds like a voice of reason and experience.
Yeah, I know Johnny'd like to have it.
Right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is ordinance of second reading, which is amending the zoning map of the city of Loudon, Tennessee pursuant to 13-7-203, 13-7-204 of Tennessee Code Annotated to rezone property located at Elizabeth Lee Parkway, tax map 039, a portion of parcel 048, approximately 14.77 acres from C4 Interstate Commercial District to M1 Light Industrial District. We know that this is the final vote on rezoning the Love's Travel Center. And I think we had a good discussion at the workshop on that. So what's the pleasure of council?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion second. Councilmember Bivens and Brewster was racing for that. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No,
Motion
excuse
carries.
me, roll call. Roll call.
Oh,
But I
I'm
still
sorry.
need to know who my second
That's
is.
Oh,
Okay.
I was the first.
You're
Yes,
trying.
I have
I was first.
to. No, he was second. I'm sorry, I got
Tammy is
his.
first. Go ahead, Tim.
gotta have herself, do
Yeah, we couldn't put the brakes on that.
Moving on.
Okay.
Thanks for raising your hand, though.
Councilmember Bivens.
Yes.
Councilmember Brewster.
Aye.
Councilmember Dixon.
Aye.
Councilmember James. Mayor Harris.
Motion carries unanimous.
Entertain it.
Yeah. Now we have a resolution, City of Loudon, Tennessee proclaims May 1st, looking good Loudon. I'm gonna let Manager Ross introduce that.
Yeah, we introduced this back during the workshop. It's a multi-front citywide campaign. I think a whole lot of what the residents of Lighthouse Point and those traveling Corporate Park Drive segues into this because a big portion of this is anti-litter, and technically those nuts and bolts you're talking about are a form of litter. Loudon does have a litter problem that we are quickly addressing. A part of this, we would like to have a solicitation of volunteers to come and help clean up certain streets in the communities. And we picked today as May 1st, just happens to be National Loyalty Day, it's a Saturday. And we look forward to further promoting this in the community. The city recorder, Nicole Curtis, has even developed an online volunteer registration form, which we would like to roll out. We have fast acquiring promotional materials that we can put on vehicles, and this is just the first leg of a long run. And doesn't intend to be short and sweet. We'd like to see this stretch out over many months, if not years. So we've got more opportunities coming to you, and we'll keep feeding you programming material that you can consider and you can choose to adopt as we move forward into future workshops starting in April.
Okay,
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, we give Ty full authority, let's get this thing going. It's gonna
okay,
be a good thing.
yeah.
I'll second.
And that's the whole purpose of the resolution, is just to kind of make it more of a formality and we get something official.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have a motion and a second to approve this resolution. Any questions about it? As Manager Ross said, there'll be a lot more information shared and going forward. This is not a one-time event, it's an ongoing thing, so
I want the first t-shirt.
it'll be evolving, I'm sure. Okay, all the council members in favor of this say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Resolution carries.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
if there's any assistance we can provide with our public relations team, we'll be glad to do that.
Yeah, please help us get this thing out, get it up and going.
Thank you, Rachel.
Good luck.
Department reports. Chief Brubaker, he's been sending out some pictures on the new fire truck.
Weekly updates like that.
Mm-hmm. You have anything to report?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that a question? I don't know.
For me. I don't know.
Oh,
I just need that information.
okay. Director Brown,
No, sir.
Chief Webb?
Real quick, in the month of February and then also this month, the City of Loudon Police Department have been conducting compliance checks with all of our local permit holders for on and off premises beer. And so I'm happy to report that we have got everybody in compliance.
All right,
Way to go, Tammy.
that's good. Michael, you have anything?
Just that Public Works is coordinating with Manager Ross and others as we kick off Looking Good Loudon from a Public Works standpoint. Some citizens have already started some roadside garbage pickup, which we've tried to facilitate as best we can. Try to be responsive to it. We see it, we try to grab it as we can while we're performing our other.
Are y'all picking up the bags?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And as best we can, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's on weekends, you know, after hours, that type of thing, but we're trying to be responsive. Feel free to, you know, anybody contact me by phone, email.
okay,
But also in support of May 1st, we'll be there to help with collection for that. Another item, I'm sure that a lot of you have seen, construction starting near the high school. That should, work should continue, but with just a little bit of redirection of traffic. TDOT will be managing that traffic, and should be completed towards the middle of May. There's a pretty strict schedule laid out. Project cleanup should be roughly around May 11th to the 21st. So just to, I guess, anticipate that will be something that we'll be seeing for the next several weeks.
Hopefully before the pool opens, right, Mark?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been much needed. It's been on the books for several years for us to get that done, so it's good to see it finally coming around. Nicole, you have anything? Finance?
Just a brief update. All property taxes were due last day of February, and looked at the numbers earlier this week and last week, and pleased about the collection percentage we have. Good news for our budget. This is also a reassessment. I've been in contact with property assessor Mike Campbell about the status of the reassessment. They have some additional meetings this week to finalize that information. It will be forthcoming in the next few weeks.
I'm sure you need that for budget purposes.
That drives our budget, and yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Manager Ross, you have anything?
Just the announcement of the expected dollar value to the city of Loudon with the new relief bill that was recently passed by Congress, signed into law by the president. It's anticipated that we'll get about $1.5 million for infrastructure. And fortunately, we just went through our planning retreat. And from a management standpoint, the way that we're going to approach this, unless we hear differently from you, is we were planning to do a debt issuance to cover paving this year. With these dollars forthcoming, we would significantly reduce or delay that debt issuance. And that would be carried forward with the expected revenues in this relief package.
Does council members have a comment on that? I think that'd certainly qualify for the funds, you know.
I think that'd be the right thing to do, because that's the reason we were doing the debt issuance was for the paving.
Yes, ma'am.
That would definitely work.
And it's still up, I mean,
It's evolving every
they
day.
could change,
They
right.
get new emails all the time.
Right. Okay. Anything else, Ty?
No, sir.
Okay. Council member reports, Tammy, you have something to report on?
We had our solid waste meeting, nothing, no changes at the moment as far as, the buyout, or purchase of, Sandtech Power Republic. Not much change, we have a change in our just, direct, leadership of the boards. We had elections were held, so, change up in.
Any new members?
We do have a new member, one of our members retired from the position, and Terry Small is our, new board member that will fill his spot.
Okay.
So, Terry's learning and is very
Learning.
enthusiastic about learning. He's asking a lot of questions,
Oh, good. So
asking the right ones.
right now, it's just status quo.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Vice Mayor Dixon, you have anything to report on from Planning Commission?
Do. We had a historical meeting. All that was there about the historic was, new street signs for the historical, district as far as the streets go. We've got new signs coming. And then our Planning Commission, the Great Escapes Resort, which we brought that through the city council prior to this. They were there for, approval of, their site plans. It was their final one. And then Malibu Boats, storage building expansion, which was approved by the commission. And then renewal of letter of credit by Legacy Park.
Okay.
And that was all we had there.
Okay. Councilmember James, you have anything to report on?
Just a personal note,
I would like to commend one of our department heads. Had a birthday party last week, some people did for me. One of the department heads came out, he was a guest. But after the party was over, the guest become, I guess you could say, a cleaner upper employee, do it all kind of a guy. Mr. Michael Hogan, I want to tell you, he saved the day. Michael, you went far beyond your required repertoire. You went far beyond the park, you know, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you so much. You don't know how much.
Thank you, sir. It was a fun party.
If y'all Michael would come, just throw a party, right?
Just feed me. I'll move chairs, whatever.
That's right.
I did pictures.
Glad we had good weather. Thank you,
I
sir.
did pictures.
You done good. Everybody done good.
Councilmember Brewster, do you have anything to
No, I
report?
don't have that.
Okay, just a few anniversaries, with several anniversaries, especially in the utility department. In the city side, we had Rick Castle has 4 years in Parks and Rec. Brian McFalls, Loudon Fire Department, 6 years. Marty Ward, Loudon Police Department, 9 years. And then we recognize Mark Harrell, 22 years, and Jeff Lawhon, 22 years earlier. In the LUV side, had several. Aubrey Cagle, 3 years in Electric Department. Nick Dixon, 5 years Electric Department. 6 years, Cody Watkins, Wastewater. Jason Curtis, 7 years Electric Department. Chad Udi, 7 years Electric Department. Chase Randolph, 13 years Gas Department. C.B. Houston, 14 years. And is he the Gas Department? That's what I thought. And then Matthew Henderson, 14 years at the Water Treatment Plant. Toby Massey, we recognized him earlier in the Utility Board meeting, Gas Department, 26 years. Perry Purdy, 38 years, Customer Service. And Brian Eller, 39 years in the Gas, Water, and Sewer. So I think you lose track of how many years that some of these people have worked here. But I think that's a testament not only to them, but to our organization that they want to stay that long. So I think that's not something to be overlooked, and we want to recognize them for their loyalty and commitment. Last thing I want to mention is some of you may have heard or read that Governor Lee, as of April 5th, anyone 16 years old and older can get the vaccine. So he's going to make it available for everyone 16 years old and up by April 5th. So that's good news. More and more vaccines are becoming available. So at that point, anyone over 16 can get it. So any other closing comments? Vice Mayor Dixon, you said you did.
I have a birthday list for March. And the police department, we have Love Clifton, March 26th, Bo Cogdell, March 28th, Autumn Dixon Ingram, March 29th, Cameron Kelly, March the 5th, Scotty Newman, March the 18th. The fire department was Mason Hollenquist, March 11th, Bobby Schubert, March the 18th. And the public works was Andy Lawson, March the 22nd. LUB, the electric department was Jason Curtis, March the 11th. Adam Watson, March 26th. The gas, water, and sewer, Toby Massey, March the 1st. The wastewater treatment plant was Lee Ramsey, March 17th. Customer service was Perry Purdy, March 22nd. And Councilmember Johnny James, March the 11th. Congratulations to all of them.
Oh, a lot of people getting older. Some of them are today. You said Perry Purdy and
Yeah,
Andy Lawson is
22nd,
today.
yeah.
So,
They work.
any other closing comments from council members? Anyone? Okay, if not, I'll call this meeting adjourned. Thank y'all for coming.